learned over the last month from my mother, you could be both places at the same time. As she was dying over the last 2 weeks, it was awful. She had COPD, could not breathe. I mean, it was being next to her, no amount of anything was helping her. And I just kept feeling like she was a fish out of the water, trying to just grasp at every little breath she could for 2 weeks. And I'd sit with her and I'd read, and it was sacred. It was so beautiful, the space that was created, that of love and kindness. And I just sat with that. But then I would come home and the pain would be so great. Sometimes I was just on the bathroom floor crying. You can be both. And so I saw the beauty in her death and I felt the pain in death. And even with that, I had a bad relationship, not a great relationship with my brothers. And one of the brothers I've always had issues with. And he came and I was able to see, probably really see that he was trying really hard to be better, to be present and to deal with it. And he couldn't stay at the hospital for long, but the point is he came every day. And I saw him trying so hard and I thought it was beautiful. Now, as we move forward, is he going to choose to stay there or go back to some of his older behaviors? I don't know the answer to that. And let's say he goes back to his older behaviors, does that take anything away from his moment there? If he goes back to his old behaviors, do I now take this and go, I got to put my old pair of glasses on? It was not true. It was not real. But my whole self felt he was being as real as possible. So even if he goes back to other behaviors, doesn't take away from that moment now. So you can feel both. And even, I think what's really hard with perceptions is, and I know I still don't do it, and I really want to be able to go into every new situation with every George in my life. And George, somebody I had trouble with, triggers me. And not to go into it and go, and before I even get there, go, well, I know what he's going to say or she's going to say. I know how they're going to act. And if they do this, I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've just set myself up, haven't I, for it to go that way. Instead of trying to be going into it with, I'm going to be as Christ-like as I can be, Christ consciousness. And I'm going to just put as much love into this as I can, because I am love. I am love informed, and I have the ability to do this. And there is no reason to allow Mimi to scream at me and say, but he's going to do this. Now, that doesn't mean Mimi's going to shut up, but you could always choose to try to look at it in a higher place. And then, believe me, from somebody who's tried and failed, you can't beat yourself up. You just go, okay, next time I'll try again. Like you pick your little kid up when they fall down, when they're trying to walk. You don't yell at them that they fell down. You just go, okay, let's try again.